Hello and good morning, my friends. It's Mindo. It's Mindo. It's Mindo on a Monday. How do you like that for a rap song? Good morning, ladies and ladies. I am just pulling up my computer here, making sure the tech is looking good. Well, there I am. There I am. Hi, friends. How are we doing on this beautiful Monday? I hope you are all well. I hope this message finds you just crushing it. And some of you are being crushed. Let's be honest, okay? Some of us are crushing it. Some of us are being crushed. I get it. I know where you're at. And that's why we're going to have this conversation today. So pull up a chair, grab yourself a great cup of coffee. I highly recommend, by the way, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Brewmate. Okay, watch this. Okay, this is a fun fact about the Brewmate brand. I have hot coffee in here. It is like secure. My best friend Mia gave me this cup. It's my favorite because it is like locked in there. Anyways, it's called Brewmate. I have no idea where you get them. It was a gift. So anyway, there's my fun little plug of a product for the day. So anyways, friends, as you do get here, say hello, Mindo. Let me know where in this glorious world you are tuning in from. Because as you know, the socials reach around the world, which is why I love social media. Okay, I do have a love-hate. I mostly love it. So I always watch because like sometimes I can't see comments on my phone, so I know it's annoying. But I like to pull myself up over here too because in case I'm missing someone, I don't want to miss you. I don't want to miss you. So as you do get here, say hello, Mindo. Let me know that you're here with me live. If you are catching this on the replay, drop a little after party, little hashtag after party in the comments because you're missing the party, which is fine. I know some of you have lives on Monday. So welcome to Mondays with Mindo. My name is Mindy Baxton. My friends call me Mindo. So when you get here, say hello, Mindo. Anyway, if we've not met yet, I am a top leader in the social selling space. I am also the founder and creator of Christian Women Building Business Together. It's an online group coaching program that I've recently launched. Really, really love it. Excited about it because we are building belief and business in a Christ-centered community. So if you want information on that, drop the word community in the comments. I'm happy to hook you up. But today we are talking about scaling mountains. Now, I live in Bismarck, North Dakota. We don't have mountains here. However, I've seen mountains. I've been around the mountains before. And they really are beautiful, aren't they? Oh, I used to live in Cody, Wyoming, and I loved the Rocky, I think that was the Rocky Mountain Range, right? That went through just the east gate of Yellowstone. Hi, Kelly. Good morning, Peggy. Hi, guys. And it was absolutely beautiful. But today we're talking about really the journey that is entrepreneurship. So I'm curious to know let me know in the comments, how many of you are entrepreneurs? Drop a 1 in the comments if you're an entrepreneur. And I'm actually curious too, how long have you been an entrepreneur? And call it what you want. Solopreneur, mompreneur, whateverpreneur. Like if you are running a business of any sort, you are a preneur, I say. So I'd love to know what kind of preneur are you? Okay, let me know in the comments. Good, Peggy. Awesome. So listen, just a little backstory on me. In 2018, I actually quit my full-time job. I was in the insurance and financial services industry for 13 years, always helping other people make a lot of money and then like coming home with the same amount of money every month. And some days I had more month than money, if you know what I'm saying. So I decided one day that, you know what, I'm done. I'm done working for somebody else. And it was actually right around my 40th birthday. I think it was borderline midlife crisis. Anyway, all that to say, I actually started a social retail business where we sell and promote products online, teach other people how to do the same thing. I started that in November of 18, December of 18, I quit my full-time job and the journey began. Hi, Tracy. Good to see you. And the journey began. so yeah, for 4 years it began for Peggy. Gosh, 18 months it's began for Kelly. Like, welcome to the journey, ladies. And what a journey it is. Since that time, I've also taken just a little over 1,100 coaching calls. Actually, in the past 10 months, I started doing coaching. And I've noticed, oh my goodness, just in all these amazing women I've talked to, there's such a common theme that I am kind of tying into this whole idea around this journey that is entrepreneurship, starting out with like hiking the trails. Like, right? Some of us are in the wilderness right now hiking the trails. Some of us are at the base camp of the mountain. Some of us are on our way up the ascent. Okay? I'm going to bring it all together, Lord willing. Like, I just put this together because I was like, man, somebody out there needs to hear this today, that you're not alone in this journey. Because I'll tell you what. Good morning, Denise. Good to see you. Denise, where are you from again? Remind me. Drop it in the comments. Thanks for being here. I want somebody to know today that you're not alone in this journey, because it can be a lonely one. You know, sometimes like our spouses don't understand what the heck it is we're doing, right? This entrepreneurial, this big dream, this like, people are making money online, so can I. And he's like, what? What are you doing? You know, I still don't know if my husband really understands what I do. Anyways, it's fine. It's not his dream, it's mine. But I just want you to know that you're not alone in this, and that I will say, as long as I've worked, I mean, I had a job, I don't know how old I was when I got my first job, 13, 12. I think I was bussing tables at the local cafe. Okay. And I was like a job jumper, and I'm curious if that was you too. You guys job jumpers ever? And I think it totally relates to why we chose entrepreneurship, because I think it's the hardest job I've ever had. It's been the most worthwhile. It's been the most exhilarating, the most rewarding job that I've ever chosen. Okay. But it's not without, you know, mountain climbing, falling off of cliffs. Okay. Like the whole 9 yards. And I'm going to spare you guys some of that, but here's what I really want to talk about today. And I'm curious where you're at on the journey. How I want to put this is, frame this, and hopefully this is going to make sense. It did in my brain. And then sometimes when I say it out of my mouth, I'm like, Mindy, what? Okay. There are really, like I said, there's really kind of three seasons, if you will. There's kind of three seasons to this entrepreneurial journey. One is really the trail. Some of us are out in the wilderness right now, just kind of searching and figuring it out, and don't really know our niche yet. Yet you're trying to create all this content, and that doesn't make sense. That's for you're I see it all the time. I'm trying to put my brains in order to speak what I'm trying to say out of my mouth. But some of you right now are on the journey of just discovery, trying to figure out what it is that you're here for. And that's okay. That's part of it. That's part of the journey. You're in a season right now where if this is you, if you're kind of like, Mindy, I am in the wilderness. Like I tried this thing for a while and I wasn't so sure it was my thing. And I saw this other lady doing it and she was doing a really good job, but I don't really know that aligns with me. That's okay. It's okay. You're on the hiking trails. You're figuring it out. Which there's a lot of different ways to get to the base of the next mountain, my friends. You know, some are a little quicker than others. Some take a while, right? Some of us just really are slow walkers, and that's okay too. My encouragement for those of you that are on that kind of wilderness path right now, yeah, Denise, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you don't know anything. This is where I often see you guys with the coaching clients that I have. This is where I see really you get in your head. And in my world, like I know the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. That's what it says in scripture. He comes to twist your brain and get you into this chaos. You don't even know, la 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 la, and I can't even say all the negative things. I don't want to speak it out loud. Don't come into an agreement with that. If you're in the wilderness journey, here's what I want you to do. You have got to guard your mind. Starting your day with personal development. For me, I start my day with scripture. Okay? I actually have a whole thing. You guys, I have a whole free resource, a free guide for you. It's called Master Your Morning. If you want it, just drop the word morning in the comments and I'll get you the link, or I'll drop the link somewhere here. Okay, that starts my day with surrender. It starts because I love Jesus. So this is how I start my day. I start with surrender. I go to scripture. I do my personal development. I read my books, or I listen to a podcast. That's how I protect my brain during the morning. And if you are in the wilderness right now, explore. Explore it all. What do you enjoy? What do you love to do? What lights you up? In terms of product, in terms of the difference that you want to make in the world, in terms of all the things, you know what I mean? Because here's another thing. Each one of us, hi Sherry, good morning. Each one of us is unique, guys. Don't forget this part. This is so important. You have to hear this. Each one of us is created uniquely on purpose for a purpose. So just because whatever it is that Sherry's doing and she's crushing it and the way she's doing it is awesome and Sherry's like the most amazing person, if I would partner with her in business or I follow her because she's amazing or whatever, what I bring to the table is unique to me. This is why sometimes, guys, I have paid a lot of money for trainings, for masterminds, right? On social media, everybody's always selling something, right? They are, which they should. That's great. It's a beautiful thing. You can monetize social media. It's awesome. Oh, man. But I don't know if you've ever been in like a training or, I get myself into all kinds of stuff too. And at the end of it, I'm like, well, I learned something, but maybe that just wasn't for me. It's okay because again, how I'm going to take it is going to be different. How Sherry takes it is going to be different than how Denise takes it. Each one of us might take away a little different nugget. Lord willing, as we're going on this wilderness journey down these different hiking paths on our entrepreneur journey, right? Lord willing, that little valuable piece of information that I took away from the training, that Sherry took away from the training, and they're all different, that Denise might have taken away from the training, let me hear me loudly and clearly on this. You never know when that valuable piece of information is going to completely change the trajectory of that journey. Nothing is a waste. Nothing. Good morning, Denise from Boston. Nothing is a waste. Can you just drop that in the comments, please? Because I think sometimes we get into our heads with this. No more stinking thinking, ladies. It's all on purpose. It's all for something. I have such a story I could tell you guys about this, and I will sometime. It's just too long. But I launched a whole thing, and I paid a lot of money, and I did a whole lot of things, and it didn't pan out. Okay, I fell off the cliff. If we're going on a hike, you could just see me faceplant. I didn't die, right? You're not going to die. But I faceplanted. You know what, though? It brought me to something even greater. Anyways, we're not going to get into that. So I'm curious. Are you just getting started on your entrepreneurial journey? And if so, I want you to think about that one thing right now that you can be so grateful for. Because as you're hiking on the trails, guys, it's all about perspective. Have you ever hiked with someone before and like they're complaining and they're, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm tired, I'm hot, I can't breathe, bleh. Right? But then you hike with me and I'm skipping through the woods and like I'm enjoying every beautiful bird that I see. And I'm like, oh, the river, oh, look at that spider web and it's beautiful how it created it and it's God's creation. And I'm just like, I probably am one of those people you want to push off a cliff. Like you get to choose. You get to choose which one you are. Okay, and maybe you're not like Mindo skipping through the woods frolicking. But you get to choose how you look at the journey. Thank you, ladies. I love you guys. Okay, you get to choose how you look at the journey. Now, here's how this works. This is my brain pulling this thing together. So Lord willing, it lands with you all. There's a lot of journeys. There's a lot of trails. There's a lot of paths, right? Eventually, us entrepreneurs, we end up at the base of our mountain and we're like, this is the thing. For me, it was social retail. Okay. It was like, okay, guess what I had to do when I hit the base of the mountain and I was like, this is the thing. You guys, I committed with every fiber in my being, like a psycho. Like so much so that I quit my full-time job. I do not recommend that everybody does this. Please don't be, we need to have a money conversation, some of us, okay? We need to talk about that. That's for another live. But listen, I was like, this is going to be the thing that I'm going to do. That's going to like bring me out of the, bring me off the trails. I'm heading up the mountain. That was my goal. I went to the events. I learned as much as I could. Like the knowledge, I watched all the videos. I rewatched the videos. I I talked to, new prospects and customers, and like I just was all in like crazy, committed. And do you know what happened? I ascended the mountain. Tracy, thank you guys. I ascended the mountain. Like I hit the summit. And actually, that climb was pretty quick. It was like 8 months. Whew, top of the thing, top of the whatever it's called, leader comp plan. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Top leadership position. Okay. And that view from up there was like, wow. Mind, hi girl. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being here with me live. Yeah, every Monday at 11. It's Mondays with Mindo. So let's all get back together again next week. So listen, I don't want you to miss this part, because I do see over the 1,100 coaching calls I've taken in the past 10 months, 9 months, whatever it's been, I've noticed something. Uncertainty, lack of commitment, chaos, tornado brain. There's so many things I don't know what to do, right? Which is really why I created Christian Women Building Business Together, because I kind of take you through step by step of here's what to focus on first, second, third. Anyway, what I have seen quite often is the lack of commitment to ascend the mountain. Is it scary? Yeah, it can be, especially when you're doing it alone. Do you have the equipment? I don't know. That's for another conversation, really. I mean, we should talk about it. How are you going to scale it, right? How are you going to scale it? Now, each one of us does stuff differently, right? Each one of us, if I said, Mind, in order for you to really crush and build your business, you got to go live on TikTok every morning. You'd be like, dude, I have a life. My mornings consist of whatever. And I don't even have TikTok, and I hate TikTok. I think it's, should be banned. I don't know, whatever your thing is. But I'm just saying, like, each one of us, you guys, each one of us embrace this part. Each one of us, the journey is going to be a little different. The equipment that we have is going to be a little different. Should you market on social media? Absolutely. I think people that don't market on social media, you are literally missing out on 4.5 billion people that use social media, and God's making new people every single day. Like, that's going to continue to grow. So should you level up your social media skills? 100% yes. That should be one of the tools in your little pack, in your little mountain climbing pack. Creating content. Super important. You guys, it's a skill set that we all need to continue to learn, right? I just believe, like, in each platform of social media has it has a different vibe, right? Like us on Facebook, like we're friends, we're sisters, like we get to do life together. Instagram, it's like, I am perfect. No, but kind of. I didn't really build much on Instagram. I kind of have a TikTok, but I'm not really there much, right? I do have a YouTube channel. I just started, by the way. But each platform is a little different. So my encouragement to you, as you're thinking about ascending the mountain, what one social media platform do I really want to start building on? Facebook gives it a thumbs up, right? Which one? Just pick one. You don't have to be everywhere right away. Actually, I don't think you should. You'll get overwhelmed. So which one social media platform? And this is the one that a lot of you get stuck on. It's the niche or the niche, right? Niches and the riches, riches and the niches, something like that. Who are you talking to? Oh, I'm going down a whole nother training. Sorry. It's the coffee. I'll say one more thing about this, because I really believe that you guys, again, the journey, embrace the journey. Drop that in the comments if you're with me. Embrace the journey. Embrace the journey, because it is one. Pick your platform. Figure out your niche. Who do your products, what problem do they solve? Okay? What problem do your products solve, or what problem does your business solve, or your coaching program solve? And then you do a little research and go, is there a need for this in the marketplace? Is there a need for it? If you're still selling like skincare and makeup, and yes, that's like $100 billion gajillion dollar industry, right? Weight loss supplements, blah blah blah. Yep, that's a billion gajillion dollar industry. But if you're like selling like a coaching program for, ladies that like to, I don't know, knit covers for Kleenex boxes, okay, is there a need in the marketplace for that? I have no idea. I am the worst, craftiest person in the world. I just remember like there's a grandma, I think, that made one, and like the crocheted thing goes over the Kleenex box. You might not be selling a lot though. If you're starting to do some research, you're looking maybe YouTube tutorials, you're looking on Etsy, and you're like, maybe they phased this thing out. They might have. So do you really want to spend time, energy, effort, marketing to something that's not really marketable? No. Right? Okay, that's all I'm going to touch on that. The base of the mountain. When you're at the base of the mountain, I think one thing that a lot of people miss, and I did too for the longest time, was what's the goal? Like the summit, like you way up there on the top of the peak here, what's the goal? What's the vision? What do you want to hit up there? And here's why this is important. And again, for me, the longest time, you guys, I would not set goals because I'm like, I'm not going to set a goal because I'm not going to hit the goal, because I don't do that. I know, stinking thinking, bad mindset. I changed that over the last, 6 years of my life. Thank God. Hi, Laura. I'm so freaking glad you're here too. Thanks, Mend. Yeah. So listen, I just love it when my friends show up. Hi, girls. So listen, here's the important part about your vision. And write this in the comments. My vision directs my decisions. Okay? Your vision will direct your decisions. So a lot of times when I'm coaching somebody, if they're all over the place, I'm like, wait, hold up. What's the goal? And they're like, well, the goal is, some of you are impact driven, some of you are income driven, right? The goal is X. I'm like, okay, cool. Now that we know, okay, that's at the top of the summit. The goal is X. Got it. Now we're going to reverse engineer it and figure out, okay, which path up the mountain, okay, which path up the mountain is going to get us there? And we plot it out. Lisa Taylor, hey there, pretty lady. Good to see you, right? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we got to tell those dang voices to shut up. It's right. You're right, Mindy. Yes, your vision directs your decisions. Peggy, that's good. So, okay, here we are, mountain climbers. That commitment piece, like I said, is huge. Okay? So, you plot it out, you understand what your vision is, and you go after it. 90 days at least. 90 to 180 days, okay? 3 to 6 months of consistent focus and tweaking and, and checking out your content. And if it's not going to get any traction, what am I missing? And how, like, again, continuing to grow yourself first, right? Put on your own oxygen mask first, ladies. I know we are the kind of people we're like, oh, not me, and me last, me last. No, not anymore. Not if we're hanging out. And it's not from a selfish position. Trust me, I used to be humble to a fault. I was like a doormat. Here, walk all over me. It's fine. Whatever works best for you. No. We don't do that anymore. You've got to learn and protect your knowledge and grow your knowledge, protect your spirit, actually. But grow your brain and give yourself time in the morning, specifically for me, it's in the morning, to grow and to connect with God and to just really, revisit that vision again and revisit those decisions again and go all out 90 to 180 days. And here's what happens, guys. Either you're going to be you could hit the summit. I've hit the summit in that amount of time, focused and just laser focused, saying kind of like no to everything else. Excuse me. Sometimes you get halfway up the mountain and you're like, you know what? Something's different. That's okay. You're not a failure. You don't suck. Okay? You're not a quitter. You're not a loser. Maybe just mountain climbing's not for you. Maybe you're more of a triathlete. Is that what they call them? No. Triathlete? My friend Susan just did one of those triathlons. Yeah, I think they're called a triathlete. I don't even know. I'm definitely not one of those people. I'd rather climb mountains, okay? Are you guys with me? Is this making sense? I hope this is for somebody today. And I often say, if I come on and I'm just talking to one person and this message is for you, like, Mindo, thank you. I thought I was losing my mind. Then it's for you. So listen, the last thing is this. Here's what's cool. When you hit the summit, okay, let's just say you do. And I know us entrepreneurs, we're weirdos. Drop a little hashtag weirdo in the comments. We're weirdos. We just are, because we like have big dreams and big goals, and like our family doesn't understand it, and our husbands don't get it, and the dog, well, the poor dog, he just gets to listen to me tell him stories all day. I'm like, guess what else we're gonna do, Benny? He's along for the ride. Yeah. Oh, Laura, I love you. Speaking of mountains, yeah. Can we just all take a minute and applaud Laura? She earned her company trip, and it was at where again? It was Whistler, Canada. I almost said Colorado. Anyways, her pictures were insane. Like, your pictures were insane. Like, she went across this huge bridge, and it was like from this one mountain peak to another mountain peak. So I suppose this is really resonating with you, right? Laura, anyway, I love you. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, Whistler, Canada. But anyway, here's the point. Okay, so come with me to the top of the mountain, please. Like, let's just visualize ourselves there. It's like so amazing, right? Like, oh my gosh, it's just like stunningly beautiful. And you know what happens when you hit the next mountain? Like, or you hit the top of the mountain. Okay, we're up there. It's like super high. We're super brave, right? We're so brave. Do you see off in the distance there? There's another mountain. It's a bigger one. And you're like, I just accomplished this. Why can't I go for that? And now that's where I'm at right now, you guys. I don't know, this little North Dakota girl's a mountain climber, I'll tell you. And it's not even here's what it is, guys. You know, having the ascent, focusing on the time it took to get to, for me, it was like becoming one of the top leaders in my company, right? I did it. And then 11 months later, we actually doubled that volume. So I'd say that like I kind of summited 2 mountains in like under 2 years. Okay, it's crazy. I don't even have the words. It was just the most amazing thing ever. But I'm standing at the top of this last mountain here, probably about, I don't know, 18 months ago. And I'm like, actually, I'm not like anything. God's like, there's more. There's more. And I stood up on the mountain and I looked around and I'm like, I see it. I see it. And it's scary. And it's big. And do you know what's between those 2 mountains? Valleys. There's valleys. And there's not one entrepreneur out there, I don't care how successful they are, that doesn't go through the valleys on the way to the next mountain. So if this is you, my friend, again, you've built up the leadership, you've hit the rank, you've hit the, right, like you made it to Whistler, like it's all these great things. Prepare for the valley to ascend to the next one. And the valley times, my friend, is where the fruit grows. I don't know, Laura, did you see any fruit growing on the top of those mountains? And maybe I'm wrong. I think dragon fruit actually grows like, well, that's on cliffs. Right? Kimmy, hi, girl. I didn't see you were here. Good to see you. Right? So if you're back into a valley season again, my encouragement to those of you in that season, prepare for the next climb. Right? Prepare. Maybe you take a breath. Maybe you take a little breather. And that's okay. Doesn't mean you suck. Doesn't mean you slow down. Doesn't mean you quit. Doesn't mean blah, 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 all the crap that your brain's telling you. No, that's not true. That's not true. It's okay to regroup. It's okay just to, like park it for a minute and go, wow, okay, what's next, right? Yeah, Laura, I love it. And I'm so here for it. I'm so excited for you. Yeah. Mindy, let me just read what you said. But at the same time, for me, I was truly blown away on stage. Trophies earned cash, unheard of. Daughters join me on stage. She's pooped. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is awesome. It's great. But you know what, Mindy? Isn't it something where like all those accolades and all those things and all this, it's like it's exhilarating and it's awesome. And then you're like, okay, well, what's next now? Right? It's the climb. Miley Cyrus, I think. Didn't she sing Hannah Montana? Singing the climb. Okay, now I'm getting off. Anyway, let me just say this, friends. This journey is full of hiking trails, of sometimes paths that lead to dead ends. Sometimes they go off of cliffs. This is just part of the journey. It is part of the journey. It'll eventually land you at the base of the mountain. And I can't encourage you enough to commit to climbing it. You will grow. I was going to say you won't die, but like, let's be honest, like people have died on mountains before. But let's not focus on that, right? Like, I want us to be like Sherpas by the end of this thing. Like, we are scaled mountain climbers. That's my goal for us, friends. Anyways, I got to run. Okay, this went way too long. 30 minutes later, here we are. But thank you guys. I hope that this was valuable. If it was, drop a little hashtag value in the comments. Again, I don't go live for like to impress the masses. I go live because there's one person out there that needs to hear this message. And if that was you, drop "it was me" in the comments, and I'll be sure to comment back when I'm done with my day. So anyway, love you guys. I'll see you back here next week. Every Monday, you get to spend with Mindo. Mondays with Mindo, every Monday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I hope to see you. Good. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks, Mindy. Thanks, Laura, Kim. Good to see you guys. Glad that this was valuable for you. So anyways, we'll talk to you guys, talk to you again soon. Until then, happy climbing.